In an industry male-dominated by tradition, a new generation of women are reshaping Ghana's maritime landscape. At this year's International Women's Day, we celebrate those who aren't just participating, they are driving change. Welcome to Accelerate Action, Women Driving Change in Ghana's Maritime Industry. Meet Elizabeth Apana, one of the youngest maritime mechanics in Ghana, a true prodigy whose natural curiosity sets her on the path to engineering. From an early age, Elizabeth's passion for understanding how things work propelled her into a field traditionally dominated by men.
Yes, at the time I was considering marine engineering, there weren't many. Personally, I didn't know any female engineer, not even marine engineer. I didn't know any female engineers. I would say my dad. So I used to be very inquisitive as a kid. And I remember every question I asked my dad, mostly about his car. And then one thing he used to tell me is, when you become an engineer, you would know. So from an early age, I had this mindset that engineers have answers to everything. So that piqued my interest in pursuing engineering. But specifically in marine engineering, that came from my uncle. He's a marine engineer in the US Navy. And he also attended RMU. So after school, when I heard he went through that system, I wanted to also tour that route. So that inspired me to go to RMU and pursue marine engineering.
Her determination and youthful energy serve as a beacon of hope, proving that age is no barrier when passion meets perseverance.
One major challenge that I'm not shy to admit is physical endurance. Physically, I have the stamina, I have the endurance, but our job is very demanding physical-wise. So there are even some tasks that can overpower a woman. So yeah, it's a major challenge the women face here. For example, heavy lifting. If we have to convey some equipment to a different location to start working on it, or we have to loosen some bolts and nuts, that has been machine tightened. That requires a lot of torque to actually turn it. And if you don't have the torque wrench readily available, you have to try and use your manpower. That can be a major challenge for the women. So when it comes to that, we usually take a step back.
At Meridian Port Services Terminal 3, Mavis Chocho-Boy, also among the younger generation in her field, brings a refreshing dynamism to the operation of rubber tie gantry cranes. Her journey began soon after the first phase of the Port of Tema's expansion, a period of rapid change and opportunity.
One of the challenges I faced was when we were employed, and as a lady, some of the men looked down on us. They thought we couldn't do it, but to me, I proved myself. That was when the first test vessel came. I was on the cranes with a lot of men, and then after the operations, I was the one that was recommended to be someone who did very well. So that encouraged me a lot, and I had the zeal to do this.
Mavis's story highlights not only her technical skill, but also the impressive potential of young women in maritime operations, proving that women can take on technically and physically demanding tasks.
So what I have to tell them young ladies who want to pursue this career is that it's a very challenging job, but then it's rewarding field. So I'll urge each and every woman who is interested in doing this is to focus on their skills and developing them. Also, if possible, they can seek for mentorship to guide them. One has to have the ability to work at height, and also you need to have the ability to follow protocols, have good communication skills and teamwork.
Now meet Denise Bedu, the trailblazing representative in Ghana for the Burkina Faso Shippers Council, the first woman to hold this prestigious position. Speaking in French with impeccable clarity, Denise's career has evolved organically through numerous managerial and technical leadership roles, yet she gave all glory to God's grace.
Ma carrière a été à la fois riche et pleine d'expériences, avec beaucoup de défis qu'il fallait relever et continuer. J'ai occupé beaucoup de postes de responsabilité au niveau managérial et technique, et j'ai toujours eu l'appréciation de mes supérieurs qui m'ont toujours vu travailler et qui ont toujours placé leur confiance en moi. L'occupation de ce poste de premier représentant du CVC est le fruit de plusieurs années de travail et la volonté des autorités burkinabées de promouvoir la gente féminine en plaçant leur confiance en moi. C'est donc un honneur et à la fois des défis que je dois relever.
Her message is clear. To accelerate action in the trade sector, we must invest in capacity building and empower women entrepreneurs, ensuring that ambition and excellence drive our collective progress.
La participation des femmes au commerce transfrontalier est vivement à encourager. Il y a beaucoup d'actions qui doivent être faites au niveau non seulement des femmes, mais aussi au niveau des autorités des pays. Il y a notamment la réduction des procédures administratives pour le commerce transfrontalier, le renforcement des capacités techniques des femmes pour la gestion des entreprises. Il y a également la prise en compte des préoccupations des femmes au niveau de la politique gouvernementale.
Rounding up our feature is Josephine Ofori, a fearless entrepreneur who transformed her career from working under a shipping line to establishing her own freight forwarding business, ACL in Tema, for 12 years. Her company has thrived, setting a benchmark for excellence in the industry.
Whilst I was working with the shipping line, I saw the way I was in charge of exports. I was the export manager with that particular shipping line, which I may not want to mention the name now. And I saw the way things were going, and I developed interest into the freight forwarding work. So I decided to open a company myself, did it alongside with my office work for over 10 years. Then I decided, no, I am tired as a woman. Combining these two with my motherhood work is not going to be possible. I decided to just leave the shipping line and move on full time, as that is where my interest is. I want to challenge the men.
And are you satisfied with that decision, looking back, that you made the right decision?
Very satisfied, 100% satisfied. I really enjoy what I do.
Josephine's journey embodies the essence of leadership, demonstrating that persistence and vision can overcome even the most daunting obstacles.
We face a lot of challenges as women in this industry. We go to shipping lines, we go to terminals, sea officers, terminal operators. They decide to intimidate us because we are women. They are not ready to listen to us at times. Men will do it the harsh way, but we women will be soft in talking to them, which at times makes them overrule us with the way they talk to us, the way they receive us. It's a whole lot of challenges that they make us go through.
And how have you been able to navigate that?
Oh, anyway, some of us have been able to convince them, try to do our best, try to let them understand that we know what we are doing. At times they feel, oh, this is a woman, and then the woman, no, this is not where you are supposed to be, you don't belong here. But we make them understand that, no, what men can do, we women can also do that.
Each of these stories is a call to action, A reminder that women in Ghana's maritime industry are not just breaking barriers, they are accelerating change. With improved legal frameworks, better infrastructure, and enhanced capacity building, the future is bright. On this International Women's Day, let's celebrate, accelerate action, and empower every woman to chart her own course. Join us as we drive change, because when women succeed, we all set sail for a better tomorrow.